Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. We went 9-4 last week, not bad. Ivana got robbed in my personal opinion, but we move on. All right, folks, here we go with the main event. Neil Magny versus Carlos Prates. Grab your snacks and get comfortable because this one could be a wild ride. We've got Neil the Haitian Sensation Magny taking on Carlos Prates in a matchup where experience meets hunger. Let's dive into it. Neil Haitian Sensation Magny. First up, we have Neil Magny, the veteran with a record of 29-13 and a plus 500 dog. He's been in the UFC for so long, the octagon probably feels like his second home at this point. If you've ever watched Magny fight, you know he's all about that volume and cardio. The man could probably keep fighting while doing his taxes. He's got that level of conditioning. Magny is one of those fighters who doesn't really specialize in one thing, but does a bit of everything. He's the Swiss Army knife of welterweights. Good striking, solid grappling, and cardio for days. And his reach? It's like he was blessed by Inspector Gadget himself. With an 80-inch wingspan, Magny could probably jab you from across the street. He's used that reach to frustrate fighters who can't close the distance, but it's worth noting that his chin has been tested lately. He's been in some wars, and at 37 you have to wonder how many of those he can keep taking. However, Magny has one Achilles heel. When he faces powerful, aggressive strikers, he can sometimes fold under the pressure. If his opponent can crowd him and take away that reach, Magny can end up backpedaling. And when Magny starts moving backward, he's like a car with no reverse camera. Things get dicey fast. Now let's talk Carlos Prates. This guy comes in with a record of 20-6 and a heavy favorite at minus 850 and a whole lot of hype as the favorite, but don't let that fool you. Prates is hungry and has the power to make Magny's night a miserable one. He's the type of fighter who doesn't ask, "Will you accept my power?" He just shows up and delivers it. Prates is like that friend who shows up to a potluck with nothing but still eats everything. He's here to take over. Prates has got serious KO power, and he's the kind of guy who won't wait around to see how Magny's cardio holds up. He'll be looking to land big shots early, and he's got the kind of aggression that can put Magny on the back foot. His striking is explosive, but he does have a tendency to go all in. If he doesn't get the finish early, he can run into some issues with pacing, like a guy who floors it on a road trip but forgets to check if there's a gas station nearby. And while Prates is primarily known for his striking, he's no stranger to grappling. He's got a few submissions on his record, so if things hit the mat, he's not a fish out of water. Still, he'll probably want to keep this one standing and test that Magny chin early and often. Plus, we know he's got the kind of pressure that could make Magny's reach less of a factor if he can close the distance. So, who wins? This fight is a classic veteran versus rising power matchup. Magny will look to keep Prates at range, wear him down, and maybe drag him into the later rounds where his cardio can shine. If Magny can avoid the early storm, he might just turn this into one of those grueling, grinding fights that he loves. Prates, on the other hand, is coming in to end this as quickly as possible. He'll likely charge forward, testing Magny's ability to take a punch and trying to shut him down before the later rounds. If Prates can land one of those big shots early, it could be lights out for Magny. Official pick, I'm going with Carlos Prates. Magny's experience is a huge asset, but I think Prates has the aggression and power to overwhelm him. It's a risky pick against a seasoned guy like Magny, but I think Prates lands that one big shot and gets the job done, possibly in the first couple of rounds. Prates by KO, but either way, buckle up. This main event should be a blast. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.